He had defrauded $500 million from investors, but nobody could find him. In 1996, a Wall Street trader named Samuel Israel founded the Bayou Hedge Fund Group. The group, consisting of multiple hedge funds, raised $450 million from investors. There was one problem though. After 2 years, the hedge fund hadn't made any profit. See, rather than making good business deals, they would get investors, and then they would get other investors to pay off those investors, and then they would skim some off the top. In fact, some of the funds were used for personal use by Samuel, like renting Donald Trump's mansion for $32,000 a night. Knowing the consequences of these actions, Samuel and his CFO Daniel Marino set up a fake accounting firm to audit their own company. Surprisingly, this worked, till about 2004. At this point, the losses grew to be too much, and Samuel had to do something. But there was only one thing he could do: get away with it. So he sent a letter to investors saying the company had $450 million in assets, he stopped trading completely, and he started withdrawing hundreds of millions of dollars. In fact, investors only found out when one of them tried to go to the head office, and all they found was a ghost town, with a note from the CFO admitting everything was a fraud. The jig was up and the law was coming. Now in September of 2005, the CFTC had filed charges against Samuel and other higher-ups within the company. By April of 2008, Samuel pled guilty to defrauding investors. At his sentencing, he said, "I lied to you, I cheated you, and I cannot put into words how sorry I am." He was sentenced to 20 years in prison in order to forfeit $300 million to pay back investors. Although, due to medical issues, he would remain free until June 9th when he would report to prison. This would turn out to be a huge mistake, as come June 9th, Samuel was nowhere to be found. Samuel, inebriated off of painkillers, powder, and money, faked his own death and was hiding from authorities. A day later, they found his car in Bear Mountain Bridge in New York with the phrase "Suicide is painless" written in dust on his vehicle's hood. Believing it was fake, police launched a worldwide manhunt. Knowing he would eventually be caught, Samuel turned himself in on July 2nd of 2008, less than a month after he went into hiding. The judge would later give him an additional 3 years, which isn't so bad considering